Hi again, it's Krista, Young Living Essential Oils. Today in this segment, we're going to be talking about how to use your essential oils. So there are 3 different ways that we use them. The first way is topical, which means we're going to put the oil topically right onto our skin. And so I'm going to be demonstrating that with this little beauty here. This is Copaiba. And we will be talking more about this oil in the basics class, so stay tuned as far as uses for this. So here's how I would use this oil topically. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, for now I'm just going to do 1 drop. I know for my own system that Copaiba is okay, and I could probably take a couple of drops, but if you're new to it, better always to just start out slow. So I just did 1 drop. And so now what I'm going to do with the oil in my hands is I'm going to put it right on my area of concern. And so what I've got going on right now is I'm putting this on my back. I'm just kind of rubbing it and massaging it in, and I'm just kind of holding it there. So we've been doing a lot of cleaning out and cleaning up the clutter in our house lately. And so I've spent some time, too much time, up in our crawl space. And I've, have heavy boxes and I'm moving and I can't stand all the way upright, so I'm moving stuff. So anyway, that's caused the need for me to get to my chiropractor a couple of extra times lately. So I am going to support what I'm doing with his care with my essential oils. So I just put that Copaiba right where I'm uncomfortable, and that's going to be a great way for that oil to get directly to the point of concern immediately. This is a relatively mild oil, but when you're first getting started, if you're younger, so like little kids, or if you just don't know how the oil is going to react with your system, better to use a carrier oil with it. You saw I just used Copaiba neat. Neat just means that I'm not adding anything to it to dilute it. I'm just using it neat. Maybe another way to say that is straight. Just straight essential oil rubbed on my back. One thing that some people do is they will add their essential oil to a carrier oil to help dilute it, and it helps it spread further as well. So there's several different types. Young Living even has a V6 oil, which I'm out, and I saw it just came back into stock, so I'm excited to have that on my order for this month. But you can use grapeseed oil, avocado oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, or coconut oil is what I usually have just laying around the house. So this is unrefined, and it's not fractionated. Fractionated would be a liquid form, so this is non-fractionated. So at room temperature, it's actually a solid, which you would just take a scoop of that, put that in your hand. It's going to start to melt once it hits the body heat of your hand. And then I would mix that coconut oil and just put a drop of my oil, or however many drops of my oil, rub that around, and then it's going to start to liquefy, so I got to do something with it, and then that's when you can put it on your body topically. It's also nice for when you have a large area that you need to get the oils to. So for example, in the summer, when I spend too much time outside in the sun and my skin is bare, in a swimsuit, and I wasn't prepared, I might use lavender, but mix it first with coconut oil to help it spread further throughout my body. If you ever have a doubt, like, how do I know where to put the oils? It sort of made sense what I was doing there. I was talking about that discomfort that I have in my back, but there might be other uses that you're hoping to use your oils for, and you wonder, well, I don't know, where do I put this? For example, oils for, if you're trying to look for something to kind of help, fight those blues, and, uplift you, you might consider putting them on the bottom of your feet. The feet are a good place for a couple of different reasons. For one thing, if you don't like the smell of the oil, the foot is about the furthest away you can get the oil from your nose. So it helps you kind of, okay, I can handle that, I can take that. It also is a good place to put oils for the VitaFlex points that we have. So I don't have a chart here with me, but there are charts out there where there's a foot. So let's just imagine that this is my foot, and then this is the big toe, okay? And so our organs, our body parts match up to the foot. So like the top of the head would be up here, and then you'd move your way down, and then this would be matching up with our stomach organs and intestines, and then, you know, all the way down the body. It's kind of set up like a body is. And what those are is it's the nerve endings from those body parts. That's where they end up, is at the bottom of the feet. So if you want the oils to get to those parts, you can put them on those specific points on your feet. I don't memorize the VitaFlux chart, so what I do when applying to the feet is I just take my oil and I just coat the whole foot because I know I'm going to get it to where it needs to go. Okay, so that's topical usage of essential oils. The other way that we can use them is aromatically, smelling. So I could take my oil. I've got frankincense here, one of my favorites. We're going to talk about this one too. I could take that and just smell it. I'm getting benefit from just smelling this oil right now. These molecules, they're traveling through my olfactory system and they're hitting the limbic. The limbic system is the emotional brain, and so that might, you know, conjure up memories. Smells are, you know, they're going to remind us of things. So that's going to get right up into the emotional brain and start activating, doing all sorts of good stuff there. Another way that you can use it aromatically is by taking a drop of the oil. This is kind of a combination topical aromatic. So what I would do is just rub together. I might rub it on the back of my neck so that it's getting to my spine. And then I'll just cut my hands together over my mouth and nose, and I'll just inhale. And I'm going to make that a real long, slow process. So I usually kind of have a moment when I'm doing that. Okay, same way. So I'm just getting that aromatically into my brain. One other way, and this is one of our favorite ways to use essential oils, is in a diffuser. So what I'm going to do, I just have my water in a bottle here. I'm going to go ahead and add my water. And I'm not going to be able to tip this to show you probably, but there's a little red dot in there. We just want to make sure that we're not filling that above the red dot. So I made sure that it's underneath a little bit. And so then I'm putting this all back together like so. And then I just hit the button, I turned it on, and you're going to start to see, hopefully, a little mist coming out. I think you can see that in the video here. So this is a great way to just consistently and constantly be getting the oils into your system. Now, this can be too much for some people. I recommend when you're just getting started to just put a couple of drops of oil in the diffuser, like maybe even 2 or 3. You can always add more, but it's hard to get rid of the oil without wasting it and dumping it down the sink, I guess. So, so go light until you know what you like, okay? If it feels like, you know, with the Dewdrop, you can't do the on-off. The Rose diffuser is really nice because you can do the intermittent, like you turn it on, or it diffuses for 30 seconds and then stops for 30 seconds. Diffuses, then stops. This one doesn't have that feature, but it does have, you see how that light has come on? We love to sleep with our diffusers, but this light is a little too bright. So if I just push that button one more time, the light's going to go off, but you should be able to see that my diffuser is still running. So I'm just going to keep that going over here while we get ready to talk about the third and final way to use our essential oils. And that is ingestion. Dietarily, we can drink our oils. Now we want to be careful with this because there's only certain ones really that were recommended for drinking, and those are going to be the ones that have a white label. Now we have Digest Vitality, but we also have Classic Digest. So the one in the reddish label is listed for topical aromatic use. Okay, so applying maybe to the tummy. We'll talk about this oil more, or even diffusing. This one, Digest Vitality, is listed for dietary use. So this label is, we're going to be recommending that you put this in your water and drink it, or you could even just put a drop right on your tongue if you want to. You might want to be careful because sometimes you get a couple extra, but what I might do is just put a drop on the top part of my hand, and then I'm just going to get that onto my tongue immediately and start experiencing the benefits of that as well. It's really up to you, and frankly, the only difference between these two is the fact that they have different labels. It's the exact same oil and hair. It's just that we had to make a decision as far as labeling. We couldn't say topical, aromatic, and dietary. We could only say topical, aromatic, or dietary. So we just separated those out, and we've got dietary and we've got topical, aromatic. You want to be careful when you are using your oils in your water. You know, plastic is really common. There's, you know, lots of plastic water bottles out there. You won't want to put your essential oils in here for drinking, especially the citrus oils, because what oils are doing is they are breaking down toxins. Well, what is plastic? It's a big fat toxin, actually, and so your oils are going to break down, and then you're going to be drinking the plastic, or you might even burn a hole in your water bottle. So don't use plastic. Please make sure that you are using either a glass water bottle or stainless steel, or even ceramic would be fine. You know, like our coffee mugs and things like that for hot beverages would be good. So what I would do is I would just drip drop a couple of drops of that DiGize or any of the oils that have the white labels. This is orange that I have here, so that's another good one. And then I can just drink my water throughout the day. It's your choice. It's really up to you, and I encourage you to do some experimentation with the different ways of using your essential oils. But those are really it. So let me know if you have any questions on how to use your essential oils. Otherwise, we're going to get ready to move on to the next session, the next segment. Thanks everybody for watching.